What's up, guys? It's your favorite Q coach. Welcome to another video. We have a very so-so interpreter with us, as well as we have the one and only EB.Boy. Thank you, EB.Boy. Thank you so much for joining. Why don't you introduce yourself?
よろしくお願いします。インスタグラムで EB ボーイとして活動してます。ゴルフは、ほとんどエンジョイなんですけど、これから競技とかも参加していけたらなと思いながら、しっかり練習を今頑張っているところです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
All right, guys. So just like we've been doing with these collaborations, we're going to be doing kind of a mini lesson. So EB.Boy, let me know, what are the three things, right? What do you want to hit the ball 400 yards? Do you want to be the most accurate player in the world? Like, let me know what can I do? What magic can I bring?
今日 EB ボーイに対して重要なポイント3つを教えていただければ、球を400ヤード打ちたいとか、なんかのポイントがあれば助かりますので、よろしく。
OK。まず一つは、
はい、
そんなに距離がすごく求めてるってわけじゃなくて、
はい、
どっちかって言ったらアイアンでしっかり正確にグリーンを捉えれるような、そういう方向性をしっかりできるようなスイングを求めてるっていうのが一つですね。具体的なスイングのところで言ったら、今まではすごいフェースローテーションとかをしたスイングをやってたんですけど、それをフェースローテーション極力しないようなスイングを今目指して頑張っているところです。3つ目も言った方がいいですか
？3つあれば助かりますけれども。
GG スイングとか、そういうのがすごい流行ってる中で、いろんなスイングに手を出してやってしまってるんですけど、そこら辺の流行りのスイングを取り入れることへの、メリットとデメリットっていうのも教えてもらえたらと思います。
So what we're going to do is then we're going to hop in and take a look at his golf swing first, and then we're going to see if we can see some things that be difficult for his lateral deviation, like what's causing him to miss shots. I see. Okay, so with his shot dispersion, is he missing it left and right, or does he have like a particular curvature that's happening?
基本的には方向としては左ミスが多いとか右ミス多いパターンですか？
左ですね。
He's got a more left, and then he misses it right when he really tries to stop missing it left. Is that kind of what's going on? Yeah, when he tries to correct, he starts beginning a few misses to the right.
で左ミスが出てしまう場合は修正してそれで極端に右に行ってしまうとかってありますか？
左のミスを嫌がってそうですね、右にすっぽ抜けてしまうこともあります。
Okay, but mainly a left miss. Okay, so one of the things, well, the most important thing when we're talking about deviation of curvature is going to be face angle relative to club path. So does he have any understanding or has he heard of that before?
フェイスアングルとクラブパスの関係とかって知識的には理解してますか？
そこまで詳しくは理解できてないです。
Okay, so tell him there's a few terminology we need to learn first before we start kind of showing him what he should change. So tell him the first one is face angle, and he can think about that as where's the sweet spot pointing when he hits the golf ball, right? Is it pointing right? Is it pointing left? Straight?
フェイスアングルはもちろん知識は持ってると思うんですけれども、数字的に例えばトラックマンとかいろんな機器で測るときにはフェイスアングルはインパクト時に測られる角度なんですけれども、それはインパクト時フェイスが左に向いてるか右に向いてるかとかっていう数字なんですけれども。
Right, so to give you an example, like my palm here, I could be pointing my palm this way, right? That would be a left or a negative face angle. If my palm was kind of pointing kind of masagu, that'd be a neutral. And then if it was pointing McGee, that would be an open or positive face angle, right?
はい、OK です。
So EB.Boy, have you ever watched someone curve a soccer ball before? You ever watch a football player do that?
サッカーとか見たことあると思うんですけれども、誰かボールを蹴ってボールをカーブさせることって見たことあると思うんですけれども、
はい。
ゴルフは似てる感じでカーブを出します。
So the second terminology would be path. And if you can maybe think about the soccer player, their face is where the foot's pointed, and then their path is where the foot's traveling, right? Golf, it's the same thing, except for obviously face angle, club head, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So if we can kind of understand that really where the face angle points relative to kind of where it's traveling will cause the curvature, the difference, we can start understanding what our curvature is. So if we're curving it off to the left, our face angle is pointing left of where the club path is traveling. So that's most likely what he's doing. So that's like the base where we need to start from. That's the...
ゴルフで左カーブが行うときには、フェースがクラブパスの 左になりますね。
OK。
いいですか？
はい。
So if he understands this, let's give him a quick little quiz. If the face angle is pointed right at the club path, which way would the golf ball curve? Just to see if he understands it.
フェースがクラブパスの右に行ってましたら、どんなカーブが出ますか？
こういうことですか？
ビデオがついてないのでちょっと見えないんです。
See, this will be a little surprise. We'll do like a build up to it. Worry.
言ったら左に行く球ってことですか？
So no, tell him actually that would go to the right. So whenever the
右に
face
行きます
is
ね。
club path, it'll curve McGee. If it's left of the club path, it's always going to curve Hittery. And if they're together, then it goes straight. Yeah.
例えば、クラブパスがマイナス3、フェースがマイナス3でしたら、まっすぐ行きます。
OK。
同じ方向に向いてますよね。フェースがクラブパスより右でしたら、右に行きます。
はい。
So here, I'm going to share the screen. So just to give him maybe a little bit more of an actual scenario too, we can kind of hop over maybe to Flight Scope and I'll show him a couple real quick. And then don't worry, we're going to move on to swing stuff. We'll get deep. Flight Scope uses face to target. So just FYI. So what you're seeing here basically is you're seeing the club path at 1.3 left. So if he thinks about like an XY graph, he's going to have on the y-axis, his club path will be 1.3 left, and then the facing will be 1.6 right.
XY グラフで考えていただいたら、フェースが右側で、クラブパスが左になってますよね。いいですか？
OK。
いや。
はい。
So now, if we take a look at the ball flight, we're going to see the baby little fade. Would you agree?
ちょっとフェードしましたよね、この球は。
はい。
And that's because the face angle is McGee of the club path. So if it had been the opposite, the ball actually would have gone a different way.
フェースがクラブパスに対して右側ですよね。
Okay, so as long as he can memorize that, he's going to be good with his curvature. So again, whenever the face angle is McGee of the club path, it curves right. If it's Hittery, it curves left. And we'll end it on that.
これを理解していただければ、もうカーブは理解できるので、大丈夫ですか？
はい。
この辺は。
And let's go take a look at a couple positions here. I'm going to ask him if it makes sense for the face angle to be open or closed. So let's go to your top of swing.
じゃあ、トップポジション
So let's go take a look.
確認しますと、
Okay, so tell me, with this club position at the top of the swing, does he think it'd make it easier for the face to point left or right at the bottom of the swing?
このトップポジションのフェースの角度で、インパクト時になりますと、フェースは開きやすいですか？閉じやすいですか？
ちょっと上目なんで閉じやすいかなと思います。
Yeah, exactly, right? And where is he currently missing the ball most of the time?
で、今、普段はミスってしまう場合は、どこ側が多いですか？
左ですね。
Exactly. So then that would lead me to having maybe a hypothesis that if we got the facing a little bit less shut, that could maybe potentially help us with those left misses.
なので、左ミスが行うときには、トップポジションの時点でもうちょっとフェースを開けば、左ミスが減るかなと思います。絶対ではないですけれども、そっちの方が左ミスが出にくいかなと思います。
OK。テイクバックを上げるときに、小屈をしながら上げていくイメージで今は行ってるんですけど、それが左に行く原因になってるっていうことですかね。
So you could think about it as a reason, right? But I'm not going to say that that is like 100% the reason. So anything that happens in the backswing definitely helps stuff on the downswing, but it doesn't mean that it's going to make you do it on the downswing. So, obviously it's the way he manages the wrist on the way down that really causes the hook. However, I think getting rid of that on the backswing also might help it to be easier on the downswing as well.
絶対ではない。このやり方をしてても、他を変えていけば問題なくストレートに飛ばせる可能性はあるということですかね。
Yeah, you could technically still get straight shots. So, I mean, if you had this shut of a face at the top, you could still manage the club face on the way down to where you're not going to get the club face too shut. However, it just becomes easier if the top of swing is maybe not so shut, right? So he has options, right, is what we're trying to say. Okay, so in his personal opinion, where would he want to do? Would he want to just fix it with the downswing or would he want to have the backswing change? It's up to him.
EB ボーイはバックスイングも修正して、フェースの向きを変える方がやりやすいのか、トップポジションだけ変えて、インパクトのフェースの向きがスクエアになるようにやりたいですか？どっちの方がやりやすいですか？
後のですね、トップポジションを変える方をしたいです。
了解です。
So if he's going to fix the top, I mean, I still think you're going to have to fix the downswing, but you definitely want to get the leading edge a little bit less this way and a little bit more kind of this way, right? So toe is going to be a little bit more down.
Two down. Okay.
Yeah. So kind of the thing that you're looking for is you're going to want to get this leading edge a little bit more square with your forearm here in a 2D camera. So it's going to look a little bit more kind of this way.
フェイスは腕と平行なる角度にやってもらいたいですね。
OK。
Now
今
to
は
do,
2が上がってしまってるってことですよね。
right. So if you want to put like an angle here, let's say you're right around 91 degrees, you're probably going to get closer to about this one.
130近い角度にやってもらいたいですね。
OK。
In his personal opinion, how would he do this?
この角度に修正するためにはどうすればいいと思いますか？
今、バウリストっていうか、こういう手の甲を内側に折るような動きで上げているのを少し緩和する、緩めるっていう方法なのかなと思いました。
That's good. I love it. Well, when is he going to do that? Is he going to do that on the takeaway? Is he going to do that like...
テイクバックの指導。
Okay. So fair enough. So maybe then a checkpoint for you would probably be if you can kind of see how the leading edge looks kind of here, maybe he's going to want to see the leading edge maybe more so here or something like that, right? Sounds like a plan. All right. So we got one of our first options down, right? So again, to kind of wrap it back up to the beginning, his big miss was he said he missed a lot of shots to the left. That shows us that his face angle is close to the path. So an easy way is to get the face angle closer to the path, or if anything, open to it. And to do that, fixing the top of the swing that was really shut was a pretty obvious maybe way to go. Does he see the logic behind how to change and why to change?
OK.
So now the reason why I taught him in that fashion was because his last question was going to be talking about like what are the pros and cons in learning a popular theory, right? So I think this is going to really quickly kind of come together. So that's why I'm going this route.
なぜこういう教え方にしたかと言いますと、3つ目の質問につながるんですね。なぜ GG スイングとか人気なスイングを勉強して、そのメリット、デメリット、何があるかにつながりがあります。
All right, guys. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave the links down below for eb.boy. Go check him out, his Instagram, give him a follow as well. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Keep watching the videos, guys. Thank you, Alex, again. Good interpreter here. And that's about it.
OK. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。